Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for tuning in to the up-and-coming episodes of my Best Of show. We're on episode number 3 right now, and my guest at this time is someone that I've been trying to get for quite a while, but finally things have worked out. A legendary guy who was originally the cowboy in the Village People. I give you my friend, Randy Jones. Welcome.
Hey, Frankie and everybody. How y'all doing out there?
Oh, it's going very well.
Is it cold?
Hell yes, I'll tell you that much.
What's the temperature out there? It's been chilly here in New York too.
Well, it's probably not as chilly as it is in New York. Or it's probably more chillier in New York. It's right now it's like below 7.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you guys live out there?
Well, I think after years and years of just being used to it, it just kind of grows on you,
Yeah. Well, well, obviously because and I've been. Now you're in St. Paul. Where is it?
No, Thief River Falls, Minnesota. It's northwestern Minnesota.
It's northwest. Okay, because I have not been. I don't think I've been there. I've been to. I know I've been to St. Paul and Minneapolis, and we went to a couple places in the north. But
okay.
I know it gets cold in the wintertime.
Oh yeah, that's a definite. That's why we always look forward to like summertime and
spring
and everything. But so how the heck are you?
I'm doing great. I've got my new CD, Ticket to the World, that's in pre-release. It comes out everywhere the 3rd week of January.
Okay.
And I'm currently performing in an off-Broadway show called The Madonna Whore: Confessions of a Dirty Mind.
Okay.
It's running here in New York. Lots of things are going on. I'm just keep plugging,
That's cool. And well, thank you for taking the time to let me interview you. And it should be a lot of fun. And since I've been waiting for you, I don't know if you ever go. Well, I know you have a MySpace page.
Oh yeah, I have MySpace, which is myspace.com/Randy Jones World. I have my official website, which is randyjonesworld.com, and you can find my CD right now on Apple iTunes and 20 or 30 other different digital download services, as well as you can buy the physical CD from my website, which is randyjonesworld.com, or cdbaby.com/JonesRandy.
Okay, and now with you beginning your career, what got you into music and Broadway and all that?
Oh, well, let's see. Since a kid, I've been performing in theater and in musicals. I attended University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill and studied theater, communications, and film. And then I attended the North Carolina School of the Arts in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and studied choreography and dance. While I was doing in Winston-Salem, I started working with a great American choreographer, Agnes DeMille, who was responsible for choreographing such musicals as Oklahoma, Carousel, Brigadoon, Paint Your Wagon, and that I worked with her dance company for several years. I moved to New York. I continued to go out and tour in musical theaters. I've toured all around the country, from your neck of the woods to Indiana, Michigan, all the Midwest, Kansas City, Indianapolis, all that area. And once I got up here ensconced and living in New York, I came up here in '75. I met some wild ladies by the name of Grace Jones and Janice Dickinson and Jerry Hall, and we all were models and just ran around and were on the runways from New York to Milan to London to Paris and had some great times. And then Grace got a record deal, and I was one of the 2 guys that helped her create her original act. And from there, I met the producers of Village People, and they asked me if I wanted to be in a group they were putting together, and I asked them, did it pay? And then I said yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that's how it all started. Then we did Macho Man and YMCA and in the Navy, and a big movie called Can't Stop the Music,
Yep.
and that was nearly 30 years ago.
And what was life like, when touring with the Village People and being a part of such a legendary group as that?
Well, it was an incredible experience for someone in their 20s to have the experience of riding on the Concorde, which now doesn't even fly anymore, but riding on a plane that gets you from New York to Paris in just over 3 hours. And having carte blanche and first class everything, whether it's limousines, hotels, 5-star hotels all around the world, and the performing in just about on every continent and just about every country. Everything from I don't know. I've done the experiences, everything from performing for outdoor shows of 280,000 people, like the Canada Jam, performing at the original Moulin Rouge in Paris, command performance for the Queen of England, not to mention being in that movie I mentioned, Can't Stop the Music, cost about $35 million in 1979 dollars, to performing at an inaugural ball for our current president, George Bush, in 2005 after he was elected.
Oh, wow.
So and that was as a solo artist. So
okay.
My career has spanned more than about 35 years, and it is still going strong. I mean, like I said, I get up every day and make sure I know my lines and show up at the theater for an 8 o'clock curtain at night and portray a psychiatrist who's deeply in need of psychiatry himself in this play, The Madonna Whore. And when I'm not doing that, when I have a day or two off, I go out and I do shows on the weekends or on my days off, performing music from my new CD, Ticket to the World. And when I get a minute, I call my friends in Minnesota and chat to them on the radio.
There you go.
So, I'm just continuing keeping on.
Well, that's cool. And how I was able to get a hold of you, if you're kind of wondering, I think you kind of already know, but just to say it once again, I knew Mike Massey, Michael Massey from.
He's down in Raleigh, right?
Down in Raleigh. He does Mikey's Adventures show, and
which I've not been able to see it. Have you seen tapes of it? Have you seen it?
I've seen on the MySpace page, because that's basically his official website, as
right.
It is to all of ours, just about, besides the ones that have their own domain or whatever. He normally puts up clips of stuff that he's done, not full length like actual TV shows, but just little 5-minute clips here and there on what he does. And he just recently did some stuff at Overtimes, which is a pub in Raleigh.
Yeah.
And he did some stuff over there, and then he did some jousting or whatever, something like that in Raleigh. And so you'll have to check it out.
Now, let's see, first of all, have you been to Raleigh?
No, I've never. I'll be honest, I'm just a 23-year-old kid that hasn't really been around the world like you have yet. So. Yeah.
Well, my interest in that is that's my hometown. I was born and raised in.
Yeah. I know that.
Born there. I went to high school there. At Chapel Hill, the University of North Carolina is only about 28 or 30 miles from there, so that's where I went to my first university, where I studied theater and communication.
Yeah.
So, and when I go back, I try to coordinate with Mike, but I haven't been able to do a show yet. But I look forward to doing that when I'm down there again next month.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he works pretty hard. I mean, he's how we met, which is kind of a funny story. We just through the MySpace deal. Besides you, I've done 13 other interviews with people, and he was one of the people I interviewed.
Mm-hmm.
And we just kind of hit it off from there. Have not been to Raleigh yet. He has not been over here to Thief River yet, but who knows,
Oh, yeah. Raleigh's a great town, and it's certainly grown tremendously.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I was in high school there. It's a booming big city now. It used to be a smaller capital town. That it's not a town anymore. It's a big city. It's got a lot of traffic. It's a big place. A lot of people are moving there.
Yeah, Raleigh gets a lot of business, and it kind of reminds me of Thief River Falls. Well, Thief River Falls is way smaller than Raleigh, but Raleigh probably is the size of Grand Forks, North Dakota, probably, and I don't know since I've never been there, but Thief River is a good-sized town over here. We have everything you need, your Walmarts, or not your Targets, but your Kmarts and everything else. So. But more about you. Now, I understand. Now, throughout after you were done performing music, or taking a break or whatever, you did some acting and whatnot. You were in The Simpsons. You did a voiceover.
Oh yeah, we Simpsons. I've actually. It's not like I've taken a break from ever really have taken a break from music.
Okay.
I've just had this career as a performer. First of all, I was trained as an actor to begin with.
Yeah.
And then I somehow I became as a young person, I trained as an actor, singer, dancer. I took all three, and as a performer, if you have abilities in as many areas as possible,
yeah,
I think that benefits the performer. So if someone wasn't offering you a job to sing, then there was someone maybe offering a job to act, or then if there wasn't offering either of those two, maybe there was offering a job to dance.
Yeah.
And you're always lucky when it involves all three.
Oh, yeah.
So that's sort of wherever the gig is as I go.
Okay.
So that's probably why you saw, if you've been to my IMDb page, you see that I've either my voice, my face, or my show up somewhere.
Yep.
In a whether it's The Simpsons, whether it's
Married with Children,
on Periscope, whatever it is, I'm there somewhere. There is a couple films that should be out this coming year. One is called A Tale About Bootlegging, which is about moonshiners in the 30s in North Carolina. And another one called 3 Long Years, which is where I play this kind of a little office kilter nurse out in a little town called Athens, Ohio.
Okay.
And but people can always keep up and keep abreast of what's going on with me at randyjonesworld.com.
Yep.
And you can hear music there. You can see a video sampler of songs from Ticket to the World, and have a good time.
Oh, it is a nice website. I gotta give you props on that, because I do I like how you got so people have an idea of what your new album sounds like.
Yeah.
You got a nice little 5-minute video that's kind of is a highlight. I think that's cool.
It's a highlight of each of all the songs on the CD.
And it combines a lot of different genres of music. It's it's like disco, party music, rock music, just whatever you want, basically.
Well, it's pop. It's pop music, and that's pretty much what I am. I'm a pop singer, and my career has spanned from 75 till now, and my voice is a pop voice. So this collection of songs on this CD, Ticket to the World, I have done because they're songs that I like to sing, songs I like to listen to, and songs for friends and fans.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty much why I did that. And it's good. I like it. It's wonderful. I listen to it. It's in my iPod and my Nano. I listen to it all the time.
Well, that's good. And I'm sure you sing to it, too. You kind of sing along once in a while. And
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I sing along, definitely, especially when they're paying.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean, though, if you're in the car by yourself or whatever, or however that goes, and you listen to your stuff, you're like, gee, I sound pretty damn good,
Yeah, and, especially there's a song that when I'm going in between appointments or if I'm walking on the streets of New York, there are two songs particularly that I like to listen to. One of them is a song called New York City Boy.
Okay.
which sounds to me like one of the best Village People songs that Village People never recorded.
Yeah.
And the other one is my version of Rhinestone Cowboy.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that in the sampler. Yeah.
Yeah, and the way Rhinestone Cowboy starts out, it says, I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song. I know every crack on these dirty sidewalks of Broadway. So it's very appropriate for walking around.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I've never been to New York. What's life like in New York?
It's like no place else. It's great. It's a huge city, but and to people who visit and New York that are guests and tourists, they may see it as this big looming megalopolis that is daunting and maybe a bit intimidating.
Oh yeah.
But for a city that has such huge buildings and large numbers of people and places and things, there's something amazingly human about it. And far from being the intimidating place that a lot of people see, those of us who live here see it as it really is. It's just a bunch of neighborhoods and small towns that just happen to be next door to each other.
Oh yeah.
And for those of us that live here, and there's a huge number of people that live here, 8 or 9 million people.
Oh yeah, geez.
I think we are a remarkable example of what the definition of what a city really is.
Yeah.
A place of civilization. I'm really glad that I can call it a home now. I live here. I love the home we have in North Carolina, but I also love calling New York City home. It is a wonderful place. I love New York. I love Manhattan, and I love the Village. I have lived in the Village my entire life. I am the only Village person that ever lived in the Village.
So you're a lifetime Village person, Village people.
1975.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, I hate to really end on or have it be on a sad note here, but were you there during 9/11 at all?
Yeah, of course we were. We were certainly here. We watched. I live about a mile from those buildings.
Okay.
And we watched those buildings catch fire and burn and fall down.
Okay.
From the roof garden that I have.
Okay.
So we watched all that happen. That was a very surreal time. It was a time that, looking at that, it looked like we were watching a Dino De Laurentiis movie being filmed with spectacular special effects.
Yeah.
It was really a very strange, surreal thing to watch.
I suppose.
The after effects.
Yeah.
And I think that's like my generation's Pearl Harbor.
Oh yeah.
We'll never forget how that happened and what it was like.
Well, the thing with that is, I remember that day, and I remember exactly where I was that day. I was, like I said, I've never been to New York, but I was just a senior in school, and I was working at the local nursing home, and because I didn't have to. For the first 6 weeks of my senior year, I did not have to worry about going to school. I got paid to do a job at the nursing home, so that was kind of nice. But I was there that day that it happened, and when we turned on the CNN news, and then we found out, oh, what the heck? A plane crashed into one of the buildings, and then seeing the same result on the second side,
Exactly.
But it's pretty weird. I hate to bring some sadness to the radio, but I figured since you're from New York, you probably can share a story or two from that, But now back to your career now. With all the and I even asked Don Stroud this when I interviewed him. After everything that you accomplished, and I know the fun's just still beginning, but have you had a great, successful career? Do you feel like the industry has really took care of you pretty well?
Do I?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, I've had an incredibly wonderful, gifted, great career that I think most anybody in this business would have wanted to have. First of all, most people never have a number 1 or a number 2 or a number 3 or number 4 song, much less 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
Number 1. Most people who are entertainers never achieve the level of success,
Yeah.
of being recognized and the recognition by so many people. I have been so blessed to be part of something that millions and millions and millions of people around the world are aware of. This year we just passed, in my career, sales that have surpassed 100 million units of CDs, tapes, cassettes, vinyl, DVDs, videos, all of that. I mean, more than 100 million units have been sold over the past 30 years, and not many people achieve that. I've been lucky to been able to stretch out and perform not only as a member of Village People, but I've been able to do television. I've done, if you go to my IMDb page, I've done tons of TV. I've done film. I do stage musicals. I've done about 30 different Broadway-type musicals. I have performed in just about every medium that there is, and I feel completely blessed and lucky, and Village People has been a very lucrative and wonderful source of. It's been the financial rewards have been terrific, and I've been very blessed by that. And I continue to. I mean, you know, after having been working in a career for as long as I have, and to still have some place that's paying you to show up at 8 o'clock at night and say some lines, I'm a very, very happy camper and working actor.
Oh yeah. Well,
I like it.
Oh, that's good. You know, it's just like you and I. That's why you and I have a lot in common. We like what we do. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, when like people always say, you know, if you like what you do, it's not work. It's just fun.
I would like to say, and I would love. First of all, I'm very proud of this project that I currently have. The CD Ticket to the World.
Yeah.
I feel very lucky and very pleased that I've been able to get the material from the great writers that I've gotten from. I've got Your Disco Needs You, which opens, which is by Kylie Minogue and Robbie Williams.
Oh, really?
The great singers and writers. I've got If I Can't Have You, written by the Bee Gees.
Yep.
I've got I'm a Believer, written by Neil Diamond and originally recorded by the Monkees. I've got Sleeping, which is a wonderful song that was written by a singer, a British singer called Rick Astley. I've got No Matter What, which is written by the incredible Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber, who wrote Phantom of the Opera and other Sunset Boulevard, a lot of other great super hit musicals, including Cats. I've got New York City Boy, which was written originally by the Pet Shop Boys, and they recorded it as a tribute to Village People, so I'm kind of taking it a step further and recording it and as an homage back to them. I've got an incredible kind of Sting-style jazz version of a Depeche Mode song called Free Love.
Okay.
And then there's my wonderful kind of country fried, chicken fried country two-step dance version of Rhinestone Cowboy that I think people will like. I think they should give it a listen.
Yeah, and I think with your permission, do you think it's okay as a way when I kick off the interview, if I go to your website, because we have the access to well, not so much copy, but like sounds that are playing on the computer on the website, we can like dub into like the computer and then record it and.
Absolutely. In fact, I can probably send you a copy.
Okay.
When do you?
Well, see, what we would do is
wait till you get the copy and then cut this in, right?
Well, either that or I could go to your website and cut in that 5-minute sampler. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you want me to do is because this won't air until, well, it's airing right now, but it's on my 3rd episode of my Best of show.
No, you know what we'll do? What we'll do is we will upload that sampler as an MP3.
Okay.
And give you a web, an URL, a place you can go to and download that. That'll be much higher quality.
Okay.
So that'll be perfect for you to play.
Oh, cool. I really appreciate that. And
Yeah.
well, I hate to run, but I want to first of all thank you. I'm not gonna let you go yet, but thank you for giving me the opportunity to interview somebody like you. And it's very, it's a lot of respect has been earned and given, I think, to let this interview happen.
No, Frankie, thank you very much. And do you need me to send you any information like bio or any of that stuff?
Well, if you could send me an autographed picture, that'd be cool. You know.
I can certainly do that. Let me email me.
Yeah, I will email you my address. Now, one thing I'm going to have you do, and this is if you listen to any of my other interviews on my MySpace page, whatever, I always have people give me a legal ID. Saying who you are, who you listen to, and what station you're listening to.
Okay, well, give me the station call letters.
It's Pioneer 90.1.
90 or 98?
90.1.
Okay. Pioneer 90.1.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm Frank.
Did I say you're listening to Frankie Slauson?
Yeah, if you want to, go right ahead.
Okay. Hello, this is Randy Jones. I'm the original cowboy from Village People, and you're listening to Pioneer 90.1 with Frankie Slauson.
All right, thank you, man. And like I say, check out my MySpace page if you ever had a chance. All the interviews that I've done, not every interview that I've done is on there, but all the up and current ones anyway. So.
Okay, let me do that again.
Okay.
Let me do that interview. That
legal ID.
ID, yes.
Okay.
Hello, you're listening to Randy Jones, the original cowboy from Village People, and you're listening to Pioneer 90.1 with Frankie Slauson.
Okay.
How's that?
That's better.
I thought so. That sounds like radio, right?
Yes, that's true blue radio.
That's
and I
radio.
tell you what, you know, maybe one day you'll be lucky enough to do a tour through Thief River. Who knows, you know?
Now, I'd like to. Tell me, how do you spell the name again?
It's Thief River, like thief, you know, like thief, like robber thief, you know?
Yep.
And then
Thief, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then river,
Yeah.
you know, and falls.
Thief River Falls.
Minnesota.
Wow, that's way up there, isn't it?
Hey, you're far away from us too. So
I know. All right. Well, so send me an address and I'll send you information. But I'll send you I'll send you some bio information to your email anyway.
Okay, I appreciate that, and happy holidays, and hopefully we'll get a chance to meet you in the future.
Thank you, Frankie. I'm very glad that you included me, and I'm glad we got this done.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you give me the time to talk to you. Like I said, it's an honor, and you have no idea how much respect I have for you because of this. You know?
Thank you so much, and we certainly do appreciate you helping us get the word out about the CD.
Oh yeah, and I will give you the online address to listen to. We're an online radio station as well, so.
That'll be great, and so that's archived there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.